Hello vlog, today we're going to talk about how you need to always expect the unexpected, except if you're expecting an unexpected thing to happen because you think it's unexpected, and therefore since it's unexpected you think it should happen because you need to expect the unexpected. You can't expect that unexpected thing because then you're expecting it and therefore it is expected. So that doesn't count. And even if it's just a subconscious thing, like I don't expect this to happen, but secretly since I know to expect the unexpected, I expect this thing to happen, it's not going to happen. I am convinced that anytime I think of a potential thing that could happen, anytime that I think of something, that immediately deletes it from the realm of possibilities. Because only things happen that I don't even think of at all. And if the second I think about it, the minute it goes, that's not gonna happen. Because you need to expect the unexpected. But you can't expect the unexpected, you have to expect to have the unexpected happen. But the unexpected is not something you'll ever expect. Except the other thing is sometimes the expected does happen, and that's the unexpected thing. Sometimes things go exactly the way that you think they're gonna go, and that is the most unexpected thing that could possibly happen. The world is a mystery. I just learned recently that having a fight or flight response is like a real thing. I didn't know it was a real thing, but I realized that like I have that. Anyway, I'm in the school parking lot right now because I just finished rehearsal, and so now I'm just chilling. Chilling is good for the soul. Chilling is the most important thing there is. I think I might chill here for a minute because that's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. You know when like two people, like the most unexpected couple gets in a relationship and you're just like, okay, this is why you expect the unexpected. You know what my like favorite thing in the world is? And I'm not saying that this is something that happens often, but this is something that has happened throughout my life, like since like childhood. Sometimes like there's a person that you really like, and then there's someone that you feel comes in between you and that person that you like. And so in the process of like trying to get closer with this person that you like and trying to get away from this person that you feel like is in the way, you end up getting closer to that person, and then it's unexpected, but it's crazy, and it's like so fun when that happens. You know what I love? I love it when I have false like presumptions about people. Like I like it when my first impression of someone is super wrong. I like it when I meet someone, I'm like, I'm never gonna be friends with them literally ever. I don't even have to think about it, and then I do. And then I love it when it's like, well, okay, I love this less. When there's someone that's like, wow, I'm gonna be best friends with this person forever, and then I'm not. But like, it happens. Expect the unexpected. Expect the unexpected. I'm a really firm believer that all things work together for good, and sometimes I feel like the only good thing that could possibly come out of that bad situation is that someday down the line, probably like years from now, like you're gonna meet someone in that same situation that you were in, and you're gonna be able to understand them better. And honestly, when that happens, I feel like it's so worth it. Even if the only good thing that comes out of a bad thing is that you're gonna be able to understand someone better, that actually like means the world to me. Like that's like so cool when I am able to do that, because how nice it would have been to have someone to understand what I was going through when things happen to me or whatever. And then sometimes bad things happen and they're bad, and you have to say, I'm gonna make something good out of this. And so you take the bad thing and you write an absolute banger song about it, and then you're like crying, you're like, oh, I'm so sad that this bad thing happened to me. And then you go, but I'm such a badass for writing this really cool song about this bad thing that happened. And then you're writing it, and then you're like crying, and then you stop crying because you're like, this is low-key this is kind of good. This is kind of really good, guys. Sometimes you expect something to be good, and then it's really bad. And then you expect something to be really bad, and then it's really good. And then sometimes you expect people who have been really good and who have proven to be really good to keep being good, and then they don't. And then you expect people who haven't been very good, who you don't think are very good, to end up being really good for you. Sometimes things change and you don't even know when they changed because you're so used to thinking about your life in a certain way that you don't even notice when things change, and by the time things change, they've been different for a long time and you didn't even know it. And what do you do then? I don't know. Wish I could tell you. Wish I could tell you. I don't know what you're supposed to do. I think you're just supposed to, like, move on. But you could also just write a banger song about it and then never move on from anything ever. Just kidding, don't do that. Don't do that. But you should write a banger song about it. Guys, honestly, if you're watching this channel, if you're one of my friends or like whoever you are, and you're like sad about something or something bad happens to you, you should just write about it, because maybe that doesn't work for everyone, but it's so good. It's so nice. Sometimes I feel like I write something and I don't even know why I write it. Like if I'm writing a song or I'm writing poetry and like I feel like I'm just writing things that sound nice or are interesting, and I'm going along with something that I kind of have an idea of like what I want to write, but I don't feel like it means anything to me, and then I'm writing all these metaphors because I'm a very cryptic person. You can ask any of my friends. I can never like be straightforward about anything. I'm always like dropping hints and like speaking in codes and just like waiting for my friends to read my mind about everything. They love it. They definitely love it. You can totally ask them. They love it. But I'll write in all these metaphors and I won't think they have that much meaning, and then later on, sometimes months later, I will look back at that thing I wrote and be like, how did I know that? How did I know that was going on? How did I know I was feeling that way? But like I didn't know. It just came out through the writing and I didn't even realize it. Literally insane. Go write something right now. If you don't have like a journal or a notes app, go get one immediately. That's your homework. Do that. It's so good. And I still have this thing where I will write and I will be like, oh, it's not about anything. It's not about anyone. It's just like whatever. Even though I know every time I say that, it is about something. When have I ever written something that didn't directly relate to me in my life? Never. Why would I write it if it didn't directly relate to me in my life? And then I'm surprised when I find out that that thing was actually about something and it did mean something to me. I shouldn't be surprised. Like, come on. It happens every time. I actually just finished writing a song. Okay, I finished it a while ago. But I wrote a song about writing songs and about what that does to me. And that one isn't really about anyone. Because that one is literally just about the process of what it's like to, basically what I just described. Who was texting? Oh dear. Oh man. Oh, I don't want to respond to that. One of my favorite things in life is like not responding to messages that I don't want to respond to. And then forgetting about them. I'm just kidding. That's like not my favorite thing. I actually hate that. It's a song. I definitely like want to record it and put it on here. But I found this line in my notes app. The line, by the way, was, I'm scared to pick up my guitar. Now Olivia Rodrigo comes out with Scared of My Guitar. She definitely stole that from me, guys. She literally stole it from me. Yeah, for sure. Man, I had that line that I found in my notes app, and I was thinking, like, I haven't written songs in a while because I'm genuinely scared of what is going to come out of it. Because there's a lot of things going on in my life. Everything that is happening right now is very certain to me, and I know where I stand with everyone, and I know how I feel about everyone. And so I'm worried that if I write things, then that's going to change things. And oh my gosh, change is hard. It's not hard. I kind of love it because it's kind of fun. But when it happens all the time, it's kind of like, give me a break. Give me a break. Come on. And so I wrote a song about that. And it's not about any like specific person. I definitely should play it. Maybe I'll clip it in here. I definitely won't. Anyway, expect the unexpected. There's this certain level of I want to always be prepared for something to happen. Because something is always happening. Like, of course, things are always happening. Things are always changing. And you don't always notice it. But I do want to be ready. But there's this certain balance that you need where you also have trust in the right people around you. And you don't lose sight of the things that you know are permanent, or even if you think they're permanent and they're not permanent, you just have to prioritize the things that you know are good for you right now. and to trust that they are good for you right now, even though they might not always be good for you. But you don't have to worry about that because they're not there yet. I don't know if this makes sense, but I'm just talking. There's this quote from BoJack Horseman. I don't remember it exactly, but it is my senior quote. Where Diane is kind of talking and saying, like, the people in your life, like, they all kind of help make you who you are, and you can be grateful for them even if they're not meant to stay in your life forever. And I think that's super true. There's people who were really close with me and my best friends for a certain time, and they've helped make me who I am. And some of them, you know, maybe that ended unexpectedly. Maybe they went away and did other things and just had a different life, had to go a different way, whatever. And sometimes that happens really fast and you're like, oh, why did that happen? And then there's some people who are great and good for you and also help shape you who you are and are with you for a lot longer. I definitely used to have issues with prioritizing the people in my life. You guys, I had a spreadsheet where I listed everyone in my life, like friends, acquaintances, enemies, my 7.8 billion ops, and I would like edit it every day. I would go home and I'd be like, this person moved up here, and it's all color coded and there's like colors in each little column. It sounds crazy. It sounds mean. I promise it's not. But it's really just a way for me to visually see, okay, I need to invest more time in these people and less time in these people because that's just what's going to be the best for me. I don't want to be investing my time in people who aren't going to give the same energy back. And I don't want to not invest enough in people who are putting a lot into me, who are really good for me and who I literally love. And I don't use that spreadsheet anymore. It's become a lot easier for me to know like who the people are who I love and I trust and are gonna be more permanent. I don't know, man. I'm just talking. What do I know? I'm just a high school girl. I'm just a girl. Expect the unexpected. I'm definitely happier though when I'm not really expecting anything except for the things that I know for certain. And the things that I don't know for certain, I just have to put trust in those areas instead of like panicking and trying to figure out what's gonna happen, what are they thinking, whatever. You know what I mean? Kinda. I'm happier when I'm not thinking, well, this good thing could happen, or this bad thing could happen, or this good thing could happen, or this thing that could probably happen could happen, or this thing that could probably not happen could totally happen, and that would be really funny and would make sense because sometimes my life just feels like a sitcom. And then I think of all these things, I'm thinking all these things, and I'm like, I'm happier when I'm not thinking all these things, and I just let them happen and then respond to it. I just let things happen, and then I say, oh, that's funny, I would never have expected that. Or, oh, that's funny, like, that's exactly the way I expected it, and I'm thankful for that too. Like, that's cool too. It's cool no matter what. And sometimes it's not cool, and then you write a banger song about it. And sometimes it's not cool, and then you meet someone down the line, and you can understand them better. And they are really thankful for that, and you're really happy that you got to make them feel a little bit better, and a little bit more understood, and less alone. I think that's so important, guys. I'm a senior in high school. I think if I talk to freshman me, this is getting so disgustingly cliche. If I talked to freshman me and I told her what I was doing, who my friends were, how involved in my school I am, what my interests are, what my passions are, like what I'm doing for school, like that I'm a music major, I feel like she would have been like, huh? Really? Not in a bad way, but just she wouldn't have expected that. I feel like nothing in my life that's happened, especially recently, is something that I ever would have expected. The person that I am isn't the person that I ever would have expected to be, and I think that's cool. I don't know. I think that's funny. I love it when things happen that I don't expect. I mean, sometimes I don't, but overall, it makes things interesting, and I don't know. That's just kind of my favorite thing. That's just kind of one of my favorite things about life, is when things happen and you don't expect them to, and they work out for good, and they make you who you are, and that's cool. I don't really know where I was going with this video. Sometimes I just get out of rehearsal and feel like talking. And sometimes I feel like, especially on nights when it's dark out and I'm driving home, I always love just talking to myself and listening to music and going on about stuff like this. And I felt like recording it tonight. So I guess my point is, expect the unexpected or the expected, or just don't expect anything, or expect things. But overall, expect everything to work out for good, at least in some way. And go write something. Go get a journal and write something right now, because it will probably be good for you. Okay. Love you. Love to all of you. Love to all 6 of you.